Hi, I'd like to welcome all of our sixth graders to the seventh grade course selections presentation. This will let you know the courses that are going to be available for you in the 21-22 school year. I'm going to go through them and explain the classes, and then I'm going to ask you to complete the form that is also included in your assignments today. Please fill it out completely and submit it back so that we can get your courses entered and you will be prepared for the next school year. So please make sure that this gets done. That way you can get the electives that you're looking for and you don't take a chance of possibly being in a class that's not something that you want. So the sooner you get this done, the sooner you get it in. Again, I just want to stress how important that is, so that you can be entered into those courses and get the best chance of getting the electives that you're looking for in the next school year. So I'm going to go through the slides. If you have any questions at the end of this presentation, there will be an email address for myself, Mrs. Lange, or for Ms. Brewer, and you can email us with any questions that you may have about completing the form. Before you submit it, please make it complete and make sure you've made all of your selections the way exactly what you want it, and we will get those entered for you. Our goal for today is determine which classes and electives that you're going to want. We will be registering those in Skyward as soon as you get those back to us. And those students on campus will be returning this form to us. We're going to ask you guys to have that back to us by the Friday the 12th, turned in to your assignment with your Google Classroom. So please make sure you get that done. So if you'll look at the form, once you start to fill it out, you'll notice that it's going to ask you to complete your last name, first name, middle initial, and ID. If you can also get your parents' information to fill that in, that also gives us a contact to reach if there are any questions that we have regarding the form or the options that you selected. As you move into seventh grade, here's a couple of things you need to know about the classes that are required. Everyone is required to take an ELA, a math, science, and social studies class. You are still required to take a physical activity. Your options in seventh grade are PE or athletics. You will also have one elective. For students who are continuing in the MAP program, that means students who are in the MAP program as sixth graders moving into seventh grade, or those who choose to test into the program, you will have the option of two electives. And I will explain that here a little bit more as we move forward. If you are a MAP student and planning to take MAP again in seventh grade, this class is a one-period class, not like this year where you are having 2 periods of math. There is only 1 period, which is what allows you to have another elective in seventh grade. Please make sure that your parents watch the MAP video that was emailed home earlier this week. Please make sure that they take a look at that, they watch it, and they do have to fill out a Google form saying that they are aware and that they watched it, and then initial on this form as well. So if they will at least complete that form, and then you can let us know that they also did that by initialing on this form as well. If you are not in the MAP program right now, but are thinking that you would like to try to be in that program as a seventh grader, please remember that you do have to get a master's level on your sixth grade STAR test. And you will have to take an algebra readiness test that will tell us that you have the material and the curriculum knowledge that you need to be in that program. So please understand that that is an and. You do have to do both of those, STAR master's level and algebra readiness test, in order to be placed into that program in seventh grade. Those of you moving from sixth grade into seventh grade and are already in the MAP program, we do ask you to also maintain that master's level to stay in the program as well. Again, all of that information is in the video that is emailed home to your parents. If you have any questions, you guys can always reach out to myself or Miss Brewer. So what we're going to talk about right now are selecting your core classes. We mentioned them earlier. There's 4 of them. You have English, language arts, math, science, and social studies. All of those classes are offered in an honors form. We have the honors classes, knowing that they do require a little bit more homework, a little bit more effort, a little bit more time. They are faster paced. So please understand that if you're choosing those honors classes, they are open enrollment in English language arts, science, and social studies. So if you are willing to put yourself to that challenge, go ahead and plan on those. You can check those boxes. If you just want to stay in the general education regular classes, those are an option as well. Please remember the MAP program does have special requirements if you select that one. So go ahead and on that form, as you are doing that, select the core classes that you would like. Remember putting a check mark or an X in those boxes. You are required to have a physical activity in 7th grade. Your options are PE, which is again very similar to the PE that you have either seen or know in 6th grade, or athletics, understanding that athletics is very similar to the pre-athletics, but at this point you will be moving on into a requirement of participating in 3 sports if you choose athletics. So that means trying out for those sports. Not necessarily required to make the team, but you do have to try out for at least 3 sports if you are interested in participating in athletics. The requirements for athletics in 7th grade are to get a physical. Physicals are offered at doctor's offices, and you can get that form completed and returned to campus. That is required to be turned in prior to the start of the first day of school. So those physicals must be done in order to participate in athletics. So at this point, we're going to let you see your options. Again, select either PE or athletics. And please remember that mark whether or not you need to be in the boys or the girls class. We will make sure that we get that designated in the computer as we enter that. But also please remember that there is a course requirement of having a physical for this class. If that is not done, we will change those who have selected from athletics into PE if that is not completed prior to the start of school. So your next option again is to choose an elective. We have some new electives, things that are offered in 7th grade that were not offered in 6th. And so I'm going to kind of go over those options for you so you can get a kind of an idea of what's out there for you, and you can make your selection at the end of the page. So again, I'll go through each one, giving you a brief description of the prerequisites, the requirements to get into that class, and what is offered in that class. We do offer Spanish at the middle school. It is a 2-year-long course. It actually takes 7th grade and 8th grade. But at the end of 8th grade, you do have a high school credit, which is something that is required to graduate. So it is definitely something to consider if you are looking to forward to moving up on your high school credits. Not necessarily something that's required at the middle school level, but again, something for some of you who are looking at getting some of those credits out of the way a little bit early. Again, it is a 2-year-long course in order to get the credit. And again, it's an introduction to Spanish, both speaking and writing. We also offer band at the beginner level. We offer it to students who have never played an instrument before and are interested in starting out as a beginner in learning an instrument and learning to read music. So if you are interested in starting band, that is an option for this year. You also, for those of you who have been in band before, have an option of what we call intermediate or concert band. For those of you who would like to participate, there is also another option of what we call symphonic or advanced band. You will have to do a tryout or an audition for those bands. So selecting the one that you prefer is on the form. And then the band directors will make those selections as to which band is best fit for you. We also offer theater to our 7th and 8th grade students. If you are interested in theater, they do put on a production each year. They work on costume makeup, lighting, stage design, a variety of items that are associated with theater, as well as the history and ideas of productions. We offer FPS, which is future problem solving, to our students in the 7th and 8th grade. If you love to write, if you're interested in solving real world problems, this is definitely a class for you. They do work together as a team and even compete against other schools. We also have art. We'll call this one Art 1. Art 1 is for those of you who have not been in art before, who are interested in learning about drawing, sculpting, painting. There's paper mache, a variety of different types of artwork are an introduction to these different types in Art 1. We also are going to offer to our 7th grade students what we call advanced art. This is for those of you who have already participated in art for at least 1 year and feel like that you are ready for some of the more advanced techniques and strategies that can be taught in art. So if you are interested in taking a higher level art, advanced art will be offered to those of you in 7th grade. We also offer journalism. This is a group of students who work and build and compose our yearbook. They do a variety of writing as far as creating pamphlets and different writing stories that will go in the yearbook as well. So we do encourage all of those of you who love photography to possibly join the yearbook and be a part of what makes the history of our middle school. We offer Robotics 1 to our 7th graders. There is an upcoming class that will be introduced to you as an 8th grader that will build on this Robotics 1 class if it's something that you're interested in. But again, this is programming and building computer design for the robots to follow. So again, this is something new that was not offered last year to you as a 6th grader, but if you are interested in computers and programming, this is a great place to get started. So as I've gone through our long list of opportunities for you, I would like you, when you're filling out your form, to label your top 4 choices. 1 being the one you want to be your first choice, and 4 being the one that you would be okay with. Again, there are more than 4 options out there. We only want you to choose your top 4 choices. We don't want to give you a class that you're not interested in. And so again, your top 4 choices being 4 that you would be interested in, you would not mind having on your schedule. And we will do our best to get you into those classes that you want the most. But again, please give us 4 options so that we can work with your schedule as much as possible. If you would like to get a little bit better description of those classes that I've covered, those are available to you on our website at the Medina Valley website at Medina Valley Middle School. By scrolling down, you can choose the course catalog. The 21-22 course catalog is available at the Medina Valley Middle School website. Also on this page, you will see that there's a QR code if you want to scan it. That is another option of just going straight to that course catalog so you can get a better description of those classes that we've talked about today. So here's just a brief copy of the form that you should have received to fill out and submit. Again, that will be coming to Ms. Brewer and I to go ahead and get entered into the computer for you. So please make sure you have filled out all sections of the form before submitting it. Please make sure you've signed. You've got a parent signature on there as well. Remember, these are due to us by this Friday, February 12th. Please make sure that if you have any questions or are not sure exactly how to complete the form, please email Ms. Brewer or myself, and we will help you process through this form to make sure we get it done correctly. Again, I appreciate your attention today. I appreciate any questions that you may have. But again, please get this assignment done, get it submitted, and we will start getting you set up for next year. Thank you for your hard work and take care.